Hey, good afternoon. I'm happy to be here painting again, as always. Hey, good afternoon. Oh, I'm happy to be here painting. Nice to know my sound is on, but oh my gosh, having my voice appear in my ear, just not fun. I hope people are great. It's Saturday. How can you not be great? You can have one day of the week that you really enjoy. So I hope you're all well. I'll get to painting. So last time I reworked. So this week has been just a trial, man. Hi, Baldy. How are you? Oh, I don't know if I can. I can do it. Baldy, look what I did. I found a thing to do with my moving my camera here. Look, look. Let's see if I get that right. Wow, you can see how my. There we go. Look, there's all my pokey tools except for one. I'll put them all up. Whoops, I'm like totally off here. I'm using the stream one, so it's not really. All right, you know what? I'll switch to my thing here. So I guess you see what I'm saying. All right, that's better. So yeah, check it out. I put up all my pokey tools because I finally got annoyed with the whole friggin' thing. Now let's see if I can put my camera back. There we go. So yep, just for you, I put all my pokey tools on a wall using blue tack. So far, the only one that fell down once was the sleeping dragon in the middle because it's heavy. So I added some more and it's still stuck. So the only one that I don't have up there is the pirate one because I use this one and the original because that's in my case. So you don't belong on there. Oh, I put it so I put it over. I say I finished one of the ducks finally. I need to do duck number 2, or the original one I started. Hold on, I'm gonna fix my camera because as usual it's doing the thing. It just never holds the damn setting. Hang on. There it is. What the frig? I always hate that it puts the friggin' window behind everything. I don't want. This is probably gonna be as good on the focus, but I'll look. So obviously I know I need to. Oh, hey, I got it better. All right, so obviously I know I'm going to need to finesse all this. But right now I'm trying to nail the color scheme to make this look like it's kind of a sunlit effect. It might be the hardest thing I've tried in mini painting. I think it is the hardest thing I've tried in mini painting. I get pictures outside, and that did give me a bit of more inspiration on the color scheme. So, but I know there needs to be probably some more blending and such done in that. I'm going to basically work this leg first, and then I'll carry it through the rest of the design. So I started where I ended. So I pretty much finished this. I might add a little bit brighter highlights in there, like on some of the bigger areas. But I basically left off putting a whole thing of this sky shadow, which is a fairly blue. Now, in the shadow areas, I want cool colors. So this feel like a good start. I do want to still be. I've decided I'm going full balls. Well, it's gonna be purple. She's gonna be purple. It's a very desaturated purple. With clouds can be purple. This really is gonna illustrate the whole. In dark areas you need like almost one set of colors, and in light areas you need another. All right. So what have I got for desaturated purples? Other than Bethlehem Mom, which I'm starting to run out of, and I'm gonna have to buy more. Ooh, there's some good ones. Nightshade purple's pretty good. Sticks purple. Now I can't get too light. Mysterious sample paint. Let's see, what else have I got here? Amethyst rain. The tie color could be this Aslanti violet. That sort of goes between the two. I could have like a gray. There are supposed to be some grays in this too. Actually, I think I took and mixed a little carbon gray in with that sky shadow. But I think what I'm going to do... That was sort of a placeholder color. I think I'm going to see what this looks like. This Nightshade Purple. Sometimes, in my case, in my world, it's about experimentation. Yeah, I'll use the little brush. I really kind of like the blue. You know what? Maybe I won't use that. If I do that, I'm going to add... Sometimes it's hard to tell what they are until you take them out of the bottle. I'm going to add some blue into it. The Nightshade. Sky Shadow, rather. Sky Shadow. I love my... So, you know, normally you don't leave your brushes sitting in the water, tips down, but I've got a junky brush, and I have no issue leaving it in the water tip down. It doesn't even really bend the tip. The big thing is when I'm going to remember all these colors when I go to carry through the whole thing. I probably should write it down. I wonder if that's going to be too dark. All right, I'm going to add... I really do hope I remember this. I'm going to take some of my rainy gray color. I want to lighten it a little bit. Just a little bit. I want to be a little lighter than the sky shadow. Alright. Maybe I'll take the bigger brush then. And we're going to see what this looks like. Oh my god, I've got the wrong glasses on. That's going to do me no good whatsoever. I have readers here, and I've got stuff for painting minis. Hey, Baldy! Mr. Baldy. Are you streaming today, or are you still on vacation? And just hanging out? So I make this color related to my highlight color. But I want it also, it's got to be really kind of different too at the same time. So I definitely want it to be a bit purpley. Oh, somebody else popped in. Oh, I can hear you. Oh, look at this. Painting. Oh, I can't see. Painting bites. Oh, you're right, like I do on that vampire thing. Play by post. It seems kind of a pleasant house here. Well, it's only got 8 people, so it's never. Are you streaming? No streaming, just hanging out, still on vacation. Curse you. Call me Bites. I'll probably forget and call. I'll try to remember Bites. I'm really bad at math. Well, welcome to the Painted Here Tavern. I am your hostess, maybe with the mostest. I am the muse of miniature painting, or one of them. I think we're all a bit muses. We all inspire each other. My real name is Carol. But if you want, I could go by Tavern. That is my favorite bard PC who actually owns a tavern. Her tavern is the Sea Dragon's Tail, and it's spelled T-A, I think it's C-A-L-E, because she's a bard. And my favorite character ever. I love D&D. I love high fantasy. I play a lot of tabletop RPGs. Sadly, my game has been canceled today. Grumble, grumble, grumble. But it is what it is. For one of the weeks I can actually be here. And I am trying to paint a sunlit effect using purples. This is the most stupid thing I've ever tried to do. Don't worry. Yes, there you go. So yeah, you don't have to worry if you don't remember. I mean, mine is right in the thing. You can call me Muse, it works. You can call me Carol. Don't worry. I'm just the worst at names, and it's getting worse the older I get. I'm gonna go over the nails. So I love games, and right now, let's see what I'm playing. We're doing a Dragonlance game. We're doing the Dragonlance game from D&D. But sadly it's on hiatus again. It's on off this week because, I mean, it's not to be blamed. The DMs, actually I don't want to say, but let's just say it has to do with caregiving for an older relative. And he's being a good person. But I also play. What else am I playing? I play Pathfinder. I'm playing Society Play right now. So I just played a game on Thursday, and it was so much fun. It was long, but it was so much fun. I like higher level games. So, all right. So, actually, let's see. It's an experiment. We can see if it fails, so we can learn something from it. Yeah. That's what this is. Yeah, that's what this is. This is all a big experiment. No, what I'm saying is, yeah, it's just you like whether or not I bit off more than I can personally chew. I'm not sure about this. Actually, I'm going to put some paint on the hand too. Because I've been kind of. Originally, I was probably. The smarter thing, actually, if I just worked on the hand because it's such a small area. Instead of the big, huge, honking. Leg. But you know what? That's the thing. This little. So, what this is for. Okay, so we have a little 4-person painting contest. It's a friendly competition for bragging rights only. It's at the Total Confusion Game Con where I run mini painting at I organize the painting contest. Which reminds me, I probably should start actually organizing for this year because I think I gotta tell Steve, will you put something on it on the website? There's an attempt to get some more entries. But because I can't enter it, I had to figure out what to do with this friendly little painting challenge that we have. So it started out with 2 people, basically 2 of our past best in shows, who they both stream. One is a Night Whisper, one is Gel Tip, and they're both friends of mine. We go and do a lot of events and such together. And Gel Tip, who won the Best in Show one year, and then Night Whisper won it the year after. Well, in the year after, basically, Gel Tip goes to Night Whisper. Carol needs to pick a mini. Needs to pick a mini for us to paint head to head. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Sure. And then they dragged me into painting it. Or rather, Gel Tip did. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I decided, at the last minute, probably it was under a month to go till the con. And I was like, I want to be part of this. I can't enter the painting competition. I friggin' run it. So how do I get myself involved in this? And I said, why don't I just take our 4 minis, or 3 minis at the time, because there were 3 of us, and I'm going to put them aside. They can enter the main contest too. They can judge, but I'm going to take our 3, and we have our own little competition where the attendees are going to vote. Uh-oh. Is it not? Okay, good. Oh, thank you for the things. Also, I want to ask Painting Bites about themselves too. So I decided with them making a little attendee vote, and they also have the judges pick one. So I won the first year. I swear to God, I'm not rigging this, and I'm not telling which one of us did which. I mean, it's a friendly competition. We don't really care. We have fun with it. So I won the first year by 1 vote over Night Whisper, and last year I had a bigger margin of victory. I'm not sure why. Everybody does really good work. It could be I use brighter colors that stand out more. I think it's the color scheme. So I don't win the judges' picks ever. Night Whisper won the first year, and Peter Shaw, who was our addition, won last year. Okay, I need to go lighter now. Maybe I'll just keep adding gray to this. I kind of like it the way it is. I'm going to add some more gray. Right, so let me see. It was Nightshade, Sky Shadow, and that gray. I could add a little bit of purple into it, I guess. I want to keep it really, really, really desaturated. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to leave it. So, yeah. So, that's how it got started. And now we really throw kind of the kitchen sink into this whole thing. I think I will put a tiny little bit of purple. It's got to be a little tiny bit. I don't want to darken it, lighten it, or make it too purple. Where's my pokey tool? Pokey tool. So this channel is the channel of the words moist and pokey tools. Because I get rewarded for bringing out the pokey tools. Pokey tools, something that Reaper Mini sells, that quite honestly is also a very helpful tool in a lot of other areas. There it is. You already did that though. I want just a hint of purple in this. Baldy. I love Baldy. By the way, Baldy, shout yourself out. I'm going to shout you. All right, so Painting Bites. First of all, do you stream? Do we need to shout you out? The Ball GM. I'm going to give a shout out to the Ball GM because he's being helpful. And thank you for the bitty bits. Bits. Let's see. Let's hype this. You do? Okay, so first of all, let's give Painting Bites a follow. If you like what I got here, by the way, give me a follow back. Follows are free. I'm going to shout out. So I followed you. Thank you for following. And I followed you back. Or I followed you first. Haha. By 30 seconds. There we go. Let me do Painting Bites. So when do you stream? And what are you working on? I always like to know what you're working on. Today we do a show and tell, actually. If you're a visitor and you're not part of the Discord, well, you can become part of the Discord, but honestly, if you're a visitor and you just come by, don't want to join another Discord, I'm link friendly. But basically, I go to my Discord, and what my Discord denizens do, we do a little show and tell on what everybody works on, other than me. Wait. Oh, John the Templar! Thank you so much for the sub. Holy crap. All right, let's see. Thank you. John the Templar, you're awesome. Sporadically, I am doing the Skaven Tide box. Ooh, I love that box. To speak, I already did a few minis, took a break for 5 years. I think I did that too in my career. Have a health condition to campaign every day. That's a bummer. Oh, that sucks. Thankfully, no health conditions that would prevent me from. Thank you. Oh my God. Wait. Anybody else? All right. So, is there anyone else who has subbed? Like, you're a normal subscriber. You subscribe every month. Is there anybody else who has subbed? Because we're on the verge of a hype train. Let's see, Ray Jenkins this. I'm a WoW player, so. Yes, you can send a link. That's what I was going to say. If you're just a visitor, don't want to join Discords, please put a link up. If one more person has one, I believe we can get to the level 1 hype train or treasure train, and that means you all get emotes and crap. I say we need to Baldy, what are you doing? Night Whisper! Holy crap, thank you so much. All I wanted was one person who normally subs. We should actually try to, we should come up with like sub day, right? Sub day is basically a day where we all announce our subs on the same day. Because it'll give you a prompt to say, hey, announce I did it. Especially if you're one who just regularly subs. And it just automatically renews. So if we all do it on the same day, then you guys can unlock all the handy emotes. It's a cheat. Don't tell Twitch. I've been thinking about doing that. Just having people. But anyways, anywho. But yeah. God, what the hell was I? My brain has bounced around about 5 places in the last 2 minutes. It's going to be one of those streams. What are you? Well, thank you so much for the gift subs. All those gift subs. Hex. Wow, the Alley. Oh, Alley Cat's a regular. I have a lot of people. You know, it's like every other. So you get 1 million followers, but you don't have 1 million viewers. I appreciate all the follows, though. And maybe some of the subs will get some people to come visit. Okay, I want to make sure that I do want to keep a set. Maybe I'll go back and redo the line between this. I do want to make sure I keep a darker line right where that shadow is. You did. I know. Isn't that awesome? That was really nice. So now you don't get. I mean, I don't do ads in mine. I only have the pre-roll. So the reason why I do this stream, really, A, mental health, B, so I can get my shit done. This is where I do my competition work. I don't do commissions on here for the most part. But I tend to do my higher end stuff I'm starting to get more into going to some of these competition. Oh, I think I got a little in here. No, I don't think it's that. As I said, I have to go through and blend all this out anyways. But this is where I tend to do my passion projects and such like that, and a lot of competition things. I don't because I did the whole ReaperCon thing. I basically been painting competition pieces since actually the whole year. So the funny story, true story, is the mini I did for last year's Total Con thing, because I know that's what we were talking about. I brought that to ReaperCon, and the one that won by it actually won by a decent margin. I was rather humbled by the whole thing, but I brought that to ReaperCon, and I got a gold medal on it. So just so you know how much friggin' work and effort I put into it, that's what I put into it. It was my best mini I've painted so far, at least by Reaper standards. The Kathy Wapple one could have been better, but I wouldn't know because it wasn't in the same category. I put in diorama because it told a story. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Take some Sky Shadow and some Carbon Gray. Oh, for who still do not know Reaper? Yes, the Reaper warehouse for Europe is now open because they moved away from England because Brexit. I'm pretty sure it was Brexit that drove them out of England. So it's officially been open, so now you guys should have no trouble getting orders in from Reaper in Europe. So this sort of falls under the cleanup. Cleanup on aisle 12. So painting bites. All right, open up your hype chest. Oh. What did I get? Oh, we got a little rockin' choo-choo, motherfucker. Choo-choo motherfucker, by the way, is a joke. It has to do with the event that I'm not going to Atlanta. So I said I play Vampire. I actually play in the LARP. And the Darkness Emergent LARP series. But I'm not doing the next one. A lot of people are not doing this one. Oh, shit. This is the problem. Once again, when you respond, it's like 30 seconds or a minute after I ask the question. What the hell was I going to ask? Oh, let's see. I guess my link is gone by now. Shit, no it isn't. I'll find it. Sorry. Because all of friggin' this shouldn't be gone. If not, just friggin' repost it. Wait, where is it? I'm sorry. Normally I'm a little bit more... Oh, here it is. Nope, it's not gone. Oh my god, it's so cute. I love Skaven. I do love Skaven, by the way. I said I love that box set. I do paint on occasion. I do paint on occasion. I do actually paint Warhammer. I have an Orc army. I also have some Dark Angels. I have... And there will be plenty of that coming forth with Adepticon coming soon. So here's the Skaven. Oh, these are great. Oh my god, look at the details. I don't think it made it bigger, but I like your textures. I love the colors. Nice. We'll do a little pre-show and tell before the show and tell. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's Shanur. Hello, Shanur. Hello, everybody. There's a lot of chaos today, and most of it's in my brain. There you go. I promise with the color scheme because I have no idea what colors I want. Well, how well do you know color theory and color wheel and such? hello, and I'm not sure how to say it. No, Noina, Noina. What? Where? You're right there. Shanur is awesome. By the way, if anybody feel like shutting yourself out, if you stream whatnot, please do. Yeah, no, the chaos is in my brain today. I'm sorry if it's just I'm all over the place. I have a lot of things coming up too. I was talking about vampire and going to the LARP, and now I don't remember where I started. I was starting to talk about something about that. I could put it in a miniature painting thing because basically I do paint minis to give out as with my guests. God damn it! I'm like, right, today is the stream of consciousness stream. I'm just gonna keep talking about what's on my brain. So welcome. And all right, so shit. So what was I was gonna ask you something, damn it. First of all, your piece is wonderful. I love Skaven, and I do like Warhammer. As I ramp up for said, after I do this, and this is for that little competition, it'll be all Adepticon painting. I have no idea. So I lost my mind. Tell us a little about yourselves, all you new people to the tavern. Please feel free to tell us about yourselves. If you what you like to paint, you know. Like I said, I mostly do a lot of Reaper miniatures. I like a lot of fantasy. But I do like Warhammer. I do like GW makes really good models. And right now I'm trying to do something that is harder than I've ever done before. For a little painting competition between me and my friends for a convention in February. And I'm not the only one. Now, Night Whisper actually has part of his for us as his giant is done. Cloud Giant. She we vote on this, by the way. We all vote. We all pick a piece, and this is the one we picked. We all paint the same thing. We cannot add a lot of stuff to it. It's about the painting. So no additional basing, no like whatever. What is part of the mini, that's what we do. With a, you know, if you want to put on additional base and do something really simple, but honestly, we want to keep them as close to the same thing, and people are just voting on the paint jobs and what they like. So I'm good at painting for people and votes. I originally said I'm not as good at painting for judges, but I guess that's gotta go out the window now. So I will never remember what the fuck I was going to ask you. I was looking at the old collection back from my brother, who brought it from me when I stopped painting, except for the commemorative miniatures. Oh, wait, what have you got? Oh, you got those. Let's see. What have I got? Everybody look, and you tell me what you got. I don't think I have Bayard's Revenge. I don't really care. I think I have the Vampire Lord because that... No, I think I get the Vampire Lord. I know I have the Dwarf. I don't think I have the Chaplain. I have Gorzag, God Get Stomper, and Nicket. Because orcs. And of course, because I have all the Red Gobos. I think I have all the Red Gobos. I haven't painted them all, but I have them all. I love this stuff. However, I have an issue with my payment, so I actually haven't rejoined Warhammer Plus. Which is kind of unfortunate. Or not. Maybe save a few bucks with all the stuff I have going on. I bought those from him because he bought them. I wanted them. There's way more. I mean, so I don't know. Right behind, let's see, can we see? No, you can't see. Because, okay, on the other side of the... Oh, yes, you can. See that shelf? That shelf right there. The one with the light next to the right side our left, it's right. That shelf, the second shelf down is full of those figures. I do have a non-Warhammer one. I have the Tomb of Horrors Collector Series from D&D is the one that's facing out. I do have some Beholders and things, D&D ones on there, but the whole left side and some of the right, it's left, are all those boxes. And then the bottom shelf is, actually I haven't put it back there, but that's where my dice are that I use up here. I have dice in both up here and in my basement because I play games in both up here and my basement. All my online stuff happens up here. All the in-person stuff happens down there or on the road. So, what games do people... Well, throw it out there. What games do you all play? Why have I got a notification? Oh, okay. Telling me that hype mini... What I mean is there way more... Oh, is there way more in the collection if you scroll down on the page? Oh! Oh, well done here. I want to go... Look, let's see. We're going to play how many... Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't have those. Cool mini or not. I've had some issues with those cool mini or not minis. They tend to be tacky. So let's see. You got the Star Collecting sets. Cool. I've never bought one of those, but I think they're a good way to get in. Maniac Moss presents the Duchess. I think I've heard of Maniac. Lord Celstan. Oh, I have that one. Oh, I'd like that one though. I cannot see that one on there. Oh, yeah, I got that. That's one of the ones that's on my shelf there, actually. The Beholder. Beautiful. I love it. Warhammer makes good models. Skaven Tide. Okay, so as for more of my stuff, there's also... So above my head is a shelf, and it's got 1, 2, 3... It's got 6 Warhammer sets up there. I've got the Dark Angels, the Stampeding Squigga March? I can't read it. I've got the Stompy box set. Thank you, Too Cool. I got the Stompy that set via Japan. Because I couldn't buy it here. I forget what that other one is. It's more orcs. Cursed City and Dreadfleet. I have Dreadfleet because the game was not great, but I like ships and I love pirates. I mean, the Painted Hair Tavern, I do consider as a pirate bar. Alley Cat, you were gifted a sub too by Ball Jam. Never. They will never all be painted. I basically pick my projects. Damn, you should put your collection near open window and ignore any suspicious noise. No! No, that sounds like... No, we're... No, so... Noah. So, Noah, what do you do? You're new to the tavern. What do you do for mini painting? Goodness, if you paint. I mean, I assume with a response like that, where you're going to go steal everybody's stuff. You definitely must be painting. Right now, I'm trying to get a sunlit effect on her skin, and it's so far so good. I like this much better than the friggin' green I was getting the other night. I'm not stealing, definitely no stealing at all. Are you sure you're not a blood raven? I have a concept for a blood raven that I want to paint, which basically is I want to get like a space marine, paint only a couple things on it that are blood raveny, and everything else is just all the other factions because they've stolen all the armor and they've been too lazy to paint it all. Or maybe it's just a badge of honor. I would love to do that for the Golden Demon, but I don't think that would fly. So, okay. We want to go lighter. I want to go a little lighter. I mean, the dark areas, I want to keep dark, but there needs to be a little bit more lightness. So, I know I found like colors that were dark, and now I need like something medium. I mean, I love Bethillium Mauve, but I said I think I'm running out of it, and I don't want to start it on this piece when I might run out. So, I've only got like racks of paints. I've got boxes of paints. I've got my box of paints where I carry them around. And I got a million things under my desk right now. I don't think. So I'm going to go hunting and see what else I got for colors. I've got stuff every friggin' where. And I don't remember what's in what. Oh yeah, those are all, I don't want those. Those are all metallics. No. I don't think I like any of these either. Nope, that's red. I mean, unlike most painters, many painters, we all have a collecting problem. So, you know, you guys all have your shelves of shame. Well, I got a shelf of shame. I've got a drawer of shame. And I've got the best. Underneath the rainbow flag is a closet of shame. Oh, that's not cool enough. I want purples and more towards blue than... These are all more towards red on the color wheel. Don't mind me if I go and shake some of these up because they basically sit the same way. The purples, the Pathfinder purples are in the last one. Let's see. Actually, this one might. I don't know. Doesn't have blue. I think it's blue though. It is blue. So I may just have to be making it. Kraken Purple's pretty good. But I could do Ghoul Violet. Ghoul Violet's actually got a lot of blue in it. Oh my god. My earpiece keeps getting ripped out. Stop that. I want to be able to hear if somebody dings. If I try the map... Have I tried the MSP 2.0? No, I have not tried them yet because I haven't found anything to use them on. Let's see, I'll buy paints or I'll collect them. Look, they're right here. Let's see. I could look in there, but I think the purple... I got Black Knight Liner, which actually isn't bad, but... I want to try them, but I don't have anything to try them. Maybe I will. I just don't want to do it on the skin tone. I do want to try them. I have the 12, and then I also have like 3 more, and I also have the fluorescent paints too. How you doing, Kaz? Welcome to the chaos today. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I love company. You guys make it worth my while to come and pop on 3 times a week. Oh, I remember now. Painting bites. Painting bites. I remember what I was going to ask. You still there? When do you stream? Everyone should give Painting Bites a follow. They are new to streaming, please, have you hit affiliate yet? Because if you haven't, please follow Painting Bites. Even if he has, or they have. I don't know. That's true. I don't know if you're he or she. Painting Bites isn't really is a gender non-specific name. And I don't want to assume. So he or she. Say I'm not close schedule because you are he. Okay, good. Don't want to get it wrong. I think who is it? There's wow, their name is just that's what I don't want to try to get that wrong. It does mean something. And I'm so bad. I'm bad at like remembering details about people. Okay, so I'm gonna take I want to take that cool violet and I want to gray it up. Where's my gray? I have a gray that I really like. Tempest gray, that's what it is. It's got beautiful. It's darker than rainy, but it works really well with rainy gray. I'm going to do it to desaturate that purple. Maybe even this might be my highlight color. I'm going to drop some in my previous color. So we can darken it up a hair. So, is it a quick schedule because I am in pain trying to stream? Oh, okay, so we'll just basically follow so that you'll pop up in notifications. As I said, I have a Discord. You are under no obligation to join it, but if you want to and you want to post your streams up, you can always try that. It's mostly mini painters on there. Although I do open it for gamers or whatnot. I've got some WoW players on there. Yeah, this might be my highlight for this. And I think the color is about what I wanted too. It's a desaturated purple. No, a little too much. I'm just going to add a little highlight here and there. I said I'll probably go back over this again with the dark color to line it. It just feels like it needs a little more. Sometimes I do this by feel. Like I'll like look at something like, that doesn't quite look right. I need just a little more. So I know on the main part of the leg, the light part of the leg, I definitely want to go back and do some highlighting and such on there. Needs blending. Then maybe I'll go to the slightly lighter one. Probably should do something on the under part of this too. And I'm going to want to blend this lighter part into that dark line. Yeah, oh, you get enough points to do that. All right, hang on. I will absolutely throw the pirate hat on. Oh, I got into a fight with my people. No, I love my people. And it was like, I was like, they kept saying, we want a third hat. Because there's actually, I can do 2 hats. I've got 2 pirate hats here. The one I always put on is the fancy one. Because I love this hat. It's the one I wear to Ren Fairs when I go as Captain Rosa. Captain Rosa is another one of my TTRPG players. No paint day tomorrow for me. Too many things going on at home this week. Well, that's a shame because that means you're not coming to paint day. Tomorrow's paint day at Creator Pole Games. Thank you so much. Wow, this has been a really awesome stream. Who have we got? We've got. I always hate things I have to like go through my brain first on how to pronounce it. And Dondavi 977. Thank you so much for the follow. I hope you enjoy your time here at the tavern. Just so you guys know, here's when I stream. I'll put my stream. If you are a streamer yourself, please let us know. We'll shout you out. Oh, hydrant water! No! Okay, hang on. I gotta go get some actual water because I have some here, but it's been sitting here for a while, so I think I'm gonna rinse it out and get some new water. I love it. You've been working about because oh, it's only $2.50. Yeah. So yes, I have normally I drink Coca-Cola. They should sponsor me. But my friend, if you save up enough points, you can actually add your own rewards, and that the water one was a reward added. But I gotta go grab some water from the bathroom. All right, I'm coming back. All right. Oh, speaking of water, the water situation has been rather interesting in this household. We're in a 2-family house. We both own our sides. It's a condex, not a condo. We are the homeowners association, all 4 of us. When stuff gets worked on inside or like somebody's driveway or whatnot, you pay for it yourselves. However, when it's like a water pipe, so we've had water pipe gate, I guess. I haven't thought of a good name for it. So the neighbors got their driveway redone, and they spent $1 bazillion on it because it costs a lot. We're not doing anything fancy here. And we get the water. Cheers. You haven't even found the good friggin' drink one yet, or you haven't saved up enough to do the good friggin' drink one. So, okay, so here's the sitch. So, they just had their driveway done. And then somehow, some way, I don't know if the DTW or whoever came in, and they looked and said, there's a leak in the pipe that goes to the house. And, oh, it's not the town's responsibility, because it was too much on our property. So then, after having all that done, we got a quote of $3,000 to dig up the brand new pavement, fix the pipe, and then redo the driveway. And so our neighbors, they actually did not expect us to chip in. And we said, listen, we'll help you with the pipe. We'll throw in at least, $500 towards the pipe. Because I think a lot of that is actually to have the work done on the driveway again. But we'll give you something. Then we found out, the pipe's just twisted. There's nothing really wrong with it. So now you don't have to pay anything. Cool. And then we found out, no, there really is a leak. And I came in Thursday and went to brush my teeth, and the water pressure was so low, and I could see the friggin' puddle next door. Apparently, water was going into their basement. They were up at 4:30 in the morning with a wet, dry brack trying to suck it all out, which is what actually happens over there. Hopefully, with the new driveway, it's going to shut the water away from the house instead of towards it, and they won't have to do it anymore. So my water, water worked. I mean, the toilet flushed, but it was low. You could tell. Then, yesterday, they tried to shut off the water in the house, and we suddenly have full pressure. My neighbor was home, so he knew. And they realized that something's going on with the pipe now because apparently the valve is backwards. And because of this or whatever, they realized the town did something wrong 45 years ago when they first put the pipe in. It's been working fine, but they did something wrong. So now it's the town's responsibility, and we don't have to pay anything. I don't know. Right now, that's good news. Because we absolutely will help them. It is something that we all use, and we feel that we should help pay them. But that said, I need the $500 for something like, I don't know, my car tires, which need to be replaced. I've hit 60,000 miles in my car. It's time I replace it. All right, so let's see. All right, so, where is it? Where's the celebration? There it is. Yeah, I always love this. I also have it too. If you post, I'm an emote friendly stream. So if you post like the emotes, we get the little celebration, but you get only basically for every emote that goes up there, it pops up on my stream. So if you're okay, I will do goofy things too with sound effects and stuff. Been a long time since I've heard that one. So yeah, if you just post like a bunch of the little friggin' emotes, they'll all pop on screen. So do a lot. Oh, there it is. But thank you for the bites. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is the fun drinky one. And I'm in my pirate hat, so it's even better. I'm not getting anything painted. I'm so tempted to make a talk stream where I just hang here and shoot the shit with people about anything you want to talk to. I don't know if that'd be an interest. I don't know if I have the time, because my time is so limited. So here's my drink of choice. I've been told my choices are bad, but I drink Kraken rum because, of course, pirates and rum, and Kraken is tasty. It's one of the few things I actually like. And I've been told this is a bad choice, and this is why I get drunk pretty fast. I have a limit of 3 redemptions a stream for that, because 4 is bad news for me, and I'm not going to... Sorry, guys, you're not worth me being sick. Nobody wants to do that. So, plus also, it's Kraken rum. I mean, it's got a Kraken on the outside. And by the way, I do have a redeem for this, but I'll do it. I do actually have a Kraken mini. Oh, shoot. I gotta glue this back together. I had an accident with Mr. Kraken, and the things came out. I mean, it's okay. It's not hurt or anything like that. But I have a Kraken that grabs the Kraken. Oh, I gotta use the Kraken. Okay. I have sharks, too, somewhere. Oh, I think I brought them all at my con. He comes. He likes to see if he can see you through the camera, but it doesn't work like that. He doesn't seem to realize this. So yeah, this is the Reaper Kraken. Here, I'll move my shot. I'll do the shot after. I love this model. If I remember, I bring him. He hangs out with my pirate ship, threatening the pirate ship, along with Cthulhu and several other creatures. Um, he's got a lot of like metallic-y paints on him and such. I painted him black and then I went over it with some metallics to make him nice and shiny. And I really like that piece. All right, crack it, move over. The rum, that is. All right, so let's see. What do I drink to? 2 weeks I'll be in Florida. That's what I could drink to. There will be no stream in 2 weeks because I'll be in Florida. Visiting my Vampire the Masquerade buddy and playing in his LARP because I'm not going to do the next Dark Divergent. And I was like, hey, for the price of a ticket to Dark Divergent, I can have a weekend in Florida. So cheers to that. But cheers to all you new people, to you wonderful people who have followed and visited. And I'm really glad to have you here. Please, I hope you all come back at some of my other streams. We try to have fun. So cheers to all you. Oh yeah, no game for me today means overtime is in effect. I do have.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. I do actually have a channel point reward for overtime. And since I don't have a game, I do not have to. Oh wait, no, Baldi's not streaming. That's right. So it is. Overtime is active. I can stay late. Okay, let me get back to actually trying to get some work done on them. All right. Mix a little in between because I see this. I don't want. It's not very in between. So, also a big fan and friend of James Wapple, and also one of his things. There is 15 minutes of overtime. Ooh, I'll probably need it anyways. What time is it, by the way? It's 1:30. 20 minutes until show and tell. So, if you're on my Discord, last call for this week's show and tell. Get your stuff up on Discord or post links. Hey, now Whisper, I think I got the sun effect on this. What do you think? I'll ask my fellow competitor this. One neat thing about our little competition is we do actually really support each other. And we will help each other out. Nothing. It is a friendly competition. No, I don't want uneven. I'll just go over that. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Is that a type of stream I might want to? I did it once. I gotta do it again. Wait, how many did you just do? Two? Two. Okay, so half hour. Yeah, it's not green. Does it look sunny? I think this is my effect. Does it look like sunshine? It is definitely warmer. So I actually did go up, but I brought the mini out. I did actually bring the whole mini outside to see. And got a picture of it to get some ideas on color. It doesn't match exactly, but I think it still works. going to say again, her feet are weird. I'm going to nail her toenails. She's got toenails. Also, much more talkative than I was the other day, because, my lord, I was thinking so hard the other day. Plus, also, I think it was pretty quiet. I think a thing I realized with sunlight, the biggest thing is just there's a different, like, more than a color difference. It's just the fact that it's so much brighter than the shadows. So I think this is what I'm going with. Actually, I gotta paint. This hand. It needs to be a lot neater. Also, I definitely have to repaint the highlight areas on this. But these are the lengths I take to win our little competition, because in spite of the fact it's just the four of us, I'm going to repaint the top of this. Trust me. I'm not thrilled with it. But I go and really push myself for our little competition, because it means, even though it's only bragging rights, it does mean a lot to me to try to put my best work forward. So I'm going to probably redo this hand. I think that works, though. I think it works. And like this shadow, this thing, this definitely came from the photo. You probably need to paint some hard shadows in. I mean, this is a pretty hard shadow. There's no blending here at all. If that's what you, I'm pretty sure that's what you mean by a hard shadow, right? So I actually went out and turned this thing towards the direction of the sun that I intended on doing it. Hey, welcome to whoever it was. Yay, somebody joined us. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the Discord. Where are my photos? So I put her towards the light, and this is what I got. You can all see the welcomes. Oh, I can see my hand in there. So you'd see that's where I get the inspiration for. Yes, so you can see how hard, there is definitely hard shadows in this. I mean, it's already did it. Yeah. I mean, when you mentioned it the other night. All right. It's been 15 minutes. We're taking off the hat. Although one hat is not They tried to get me to do 3 hats. I'm like, no, that's not happening. So that's why, you know, as you can see here, I get that shadow right there. Actually, I probably need to come down a bit more. So you know what? Just because I'm going to mark it with this gray. That's just a little. So yeah, I think I got the hard light in there, and I think that's what gives it the effect. I do have some yellows and such in there, in here. It is definitely a warm light. So I said, I definitely turned her to the angle. Oh, actually, this in here is not. This in here needs to be darker. Don't go to sleep. It almost looks like the stuff on her upper leg just kind of goes in. There's not like a break point, as much of a break point there. Reference photos. I can't say it enough, guys. Reference photos are a godsend. Do the sort of thing. Do as it said. Take it outside and take a look and see what you got. Come on. I'm going to redo this little shadow underneath her. And I'm just kind of looking. I heard that. Oh my god, guys. Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Noina from Shanur. You guys have a battle now going on gifted subs. Look at that. Oh, that's the bits. The bits battle's pretty good too. Let's see. Right now, Baldy did a 5 sub because we had a hype train. So Baldy actually gifted 5 subs. I guess I'm going to get paid next month. That's good. I'm like this close to having enough subscribers to get basically a paycheck every month, which also means now I'll probably have to pay taxes to the U.S. government. I kind of don't want to do that because of who's in charge and what they've been doing. I'm gonna say I don't tend to do politics on my stream. I really, honest to God, don't. But I obviously don't really like what's going on. No, I don't like. There's no really what's going on, and it's scary. It's very scary. What's going over here in the U.S. So we'll see. We have politics. There are no winners in that. No, there really isn't. I do not like bringing up politics here. I like to escape from it. But when it comes to taxes and my money to going to support this administration, I friggin' do not like it. Let them friggin' hear this. Like they're gonna hear this. But let them friggin' hear this and come arrest me in my house. I don't care. Try and yoink me off the air. Go over that. You're right. No one wants to pay anything to that government. That is for fucking sure. No, you're not wrong, Night Whisperer, but it's the fact that I don't like this administration. I mean, there's a lot of people that don't. So, taxation representation, well, I feel like that's what's happening here. And why should I fucking pay them anything? There is actually a call for the states like Massachusetts and California and such. We're the biggest donors to the US government to yoink our taxes. And the states stop paying them. That would be hilarious. Not that it's going to happen, but it would be funny. Let all the states that vote for him fucking suffer. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not really like this. Because there's a lot of good people in those states that really don't like East either, so I really don't want them to suffer. But I really don't like what's going on. And this whole thing with pulling, Kimmel and Colbert off the air. I think Disney did is just a means to, don't die on this hill, but find another one to die on. I think is why a lot of the reasons why they did it. But I don't know. I'm not in the know. So don't take my word with a grain of salt. So, what do you mean, why is the color purple bad to me? What the hell are you saying? Thank you. All right, you saved me. So, but please keep subbing. I'd rather actually give the money to the government than to not have it to give. I will probably get a tax form this year from Twitch. All right. Oh, no. Okay, so first of all, I'm the Purple Queen. I love purple. I do not have a problem with purple. Can you tell from my stream? No, it's the fact that I'm trying to do sunlight on purple. Sunlight is a warm, it is yellowish. And that's where the difficulty comes, is to make this look like sunlight. On purple, it's a tough color. It's really tough. I think it's tough to do. And I said, arguably, I think this is the toughest thing I've tried to pull off, is a sunlit effect. Night Whisperer's got the moonlight effect down pat, so I'm going with sunlight to try to do something different than him. That said, so I had to go for a whole new route on this. And this is what I came up with. I think it looks pretty good. It needs some finessing. But I think in terms of the colors, I'm happy with it. Purple is the best color. I have a threadless shop that does have a shirt that says purple is always the answer. I bought one of those for myself. And I can't wear it because I look like a friggin' stuffed sausage in it. So, it's like, at some point I'll buy myself a new one. But it's something, I love purple. It is my favorite color. This all started in World of Warcraft, believe it or not, because my character is a Night Elven Druid, and it literally, the whole purple thing started with her. I love purple anyways. I mean, purple or pink. Take your pick. So, basically, I was coming up with a color scheme because my best friend, gamer DJ, came up. I was going to play his little sister. And then he looked it up, and then she became his adopted little sister. Because yes, we are peeing. Wow. At least I used to. So I looked at his, and I came up with the purple hair. And then I decided I want to do all purple with this character. So purple armor, purple hair, purple mounts. Eventually, when they came into being, because I did have I started in Burning Crusade, so there wasn't a ton of mounts and such. I mean, it wasn't as bad as vanilla, but my first mount was gotten at 40, and it took me a lot of grinding of getting just items to sell in the auction, greens to sell in the auction house, and I would basically go to wetlands, bomb everything, grab greens, do that, and that's how I got my first mount. Now it's so much easier. Well, maybe. So I've like been collecting purple mounts and things like that to use for this character. I found my gem penny, or just may be beneficial. My paint minis and my pink Julie was like watercolors. I think I'm happy with this. So one thing I realized when I got pictures. So I said I got this picture, and if you really look, the purple still looks about that purple. It doesn't look more orangey. I actually did an experiment offline where I took some orange and mixed it into my purple, and it still did not work. But if you look, it's almost like, so I added a little yellow into like the highlights on her. There's a little bit of yellow in there to warm it up on the highlights only. But really, it's just about making it brighter. This is by the way, this was taken about 4:30 or so in the afternoon, with the sun being where it is, which is still fairly high in the sky, which I thought would be good for this particular mini. By the way, this is all just to show how much I'm going to go on this one and how hard this mini is going to be to pull off. The armor I want to do Earth Sky Nominal Metallic. That is not easy. I have taken a class in this, a class 1. So we'll see if this works. But I do understand the methodology, and the effects, the results I was getting in the class were pretty good. By the way, okay, it is almost time for show and tell, so I'll be taking a break anyways from this, which is sort of why I'm spitballing for time. I don't want to say anything now. Yeah, you were traumatized by art school. You have to image colors even if you don't see it. I'm trying to figure what that means. And okay, so I actually so for those of you who are new, there are several of you who are new, which I've said I'm so grateful to. So I do actually have an art degree. I went to a state college. I went to Salem State University, actually, because now it's a university. It was a college when I was there, though. Music, actually, believe it or not, was the last major they needed to go to university status. All the Mass state colleges actually basically graduated up to universities. And universities are good because they can offer doctorates and such. So I have a degree from there, and I did get my job because of it. I did take Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop so I could do what I do now, and I'm really thankful I did that. But I did take it. Actually, did take it. Now, I don't think they ever did anything like that to me. Although the most traumatizing thing, if you want to call it that, was my friggin' watercolor class, where I did this whole beautiful watercolor of it's a very famous National Geographic cover. It's the one with the Afghanistani girl who's got the eyes that just they're unbelievable. They just capture you. They are like they're hazel, I think, and they're like they come out as like a green brown. So, and I ended up painting that. And I got like a B minus or a B or something like that. And then for my final projects, I had like no friggin' time. I painted like this little big blocky lighthouse picture. It took me like it took me like a quarter of the time, and I got the same grade. I'm like, what the fuck? I spent so much longer in the other one. What the fuck? Thank you so much for the follow. Morbid Progeny. Morbid Progeny. That feels like a vampire name. Yes! So you do know it. They are amazing eyes. Absolutely the best eyes. That was my biggest trauma in art school. If you want to call it an art school. I loved going there. Salem State University, highly recommend. Classes that are actually taught by the professor. I don't know now, actually, because now they have a doctorate program. But when I was there, it was all the teachers were the teachers. I didn't get a teacher's assistant or a doctor candidate teaching my classes. They were the actual professors, which was really, really cool. My classes were about high school level, about 20 people in them. Her name is Sharbat Gula. Oh, you actually know? Wow, you guys all know this. So I do, yes, I actually do art. So this is not my job. I actually am a graphic designer at a printing company where we make, it's more technical than it is creative, but we make components. We print components for high-tech and med-tech devices. So all those little labels in the back of your computer, all the overlays. An overlay basically is that thing that, that pretty thing on top that shows you what all the buttons are. Or like, let's say in your car, you've got that, you've got your dashboard panel, which has all the little lights in it. That's the sort of thing I make. So I love my job. Thanks. The name actually came from a game that was vampire based. I play Vampire the Masquerade. That's something I do talk about here. I love Vampire the Masquerade. Alright, so I'm going to get to show and tell, by the way, because you guys deserve it. I do still have, actually, I do still have. Not, yes it did. It just delayed. Okay. So I'm going to do this. So, alright, so this was posted earlier. I'm going to show it again because it's really cool. My God, I'm already forgetting the name. Wow, I lose. Painting Bites. Bites! This is from Bites. By the way, I have one shot in me. That tends to help. So, Bites is painting some of the Skaven type box. Just gorgeous. Look at those colors! A lot of color. I'm a huge fan of color. I'll be back, by the way. I'll be back to chat. I do tend to set things up so I can actually see everything and see your comments. I love the Skaven type box set, but I have so much to do and already so many. I've said I've got a closet of shame. I've got boxes of stuff. That's why I did not buy it. It's also expensive. Recent, by the way, in terms of my job too, recently, I also just got a promotion. My supervisor of 30 years, over 30 years, but she was my supervisor for like 30 of it, just suddenly retired. And I've been trying to figure my way through my job and such. And it's been tough. It's been a massive learning curve, which I call a massive learning bitch slap. So, but I love my job, and I'm going to get a third person who I actually know, which is great. While I'm talking, I'm going to put up Discord. So if you have not joined my Discord, that is okay. Please post a link in the chat. If anything you would like to, I'm going to go back to this. Whoop, there's all my friends. So first of all, I'm going to do my welcome back to painting. It's a painting bits. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, and Nana. Well, let's wave to say hi to both of them. Welcome to the Muse and Friends Hangout, home of my Painted Hero Tavern. We've got lots of channels. We also have, by the way, for those of you, we do have a monthly painting challenge that people don't really do. But if you're ever looking for inspiration, that's what it's for. This is September. This is Pirate Month. I'm not doing any pirates because I'm working on this. Pirates Anonymous Sword Timber. She does not have a sword. Black and red are the colors. So I post colors. So if you paint something with black and red in it, that is perfectly legal. Legit. Did someone put something in September, by the way? Oh, I think a Night Whisper did. So this is this year. And it said, I'm the biggest at fault. So these gals have swords. So September it is. It's Polygraph House from Wrath the King. So we'll start here. Normally I start with they are definitely got some gal elements to them. I think they're gals. They're shaped like gals. They've got hips and they've got boobs. But they do have the big shoulders, so maybe they are both. Maybe they are bi. Bi. Jesus Christ. Non-binary. Excuse me. I do know the right term. Bi, that's me. We get more than that during Pride Month. Alright, so I am busy. So anyways, that one figure was painted after skin entirely. Let's see. Let me go back to what you guys were talking. Thank you so much for the Discord thing. Create doggo portrait guy. If you really want me to show the doggo portrait, I will do that. Let's see. I always forget to agree in physics. Holy crap. Resident engineer and did freelance game illustration side for 10 years. You never? Wait a minute. That was for you never ever. You didn't have an art? Like you didn't take any art? Thank you for the congrats. I'll let you know whether or not it works out. Problem is they had to promote me. I'm the only one there. I've been there for 31 years at my company. So I know a lot. And so they knew they had to put me there. I am finally going to get a third person. And it's going to be somebody I know. It's somebody I recommended. So I'll get a $250 bonus if it works out. That would be great. I don't even care. I just want the third person. Let's see. I put the inspiration within it. Okay, let's see. So, anyways, this is really, we've seen these though. So, by the way, as a note, Night Whisper works with oils. So, if, he gets really smooth blends and really good non-metal metallics and things like that, because oils, as you know, they never ever dry. Also, Night Whisper realizes that for a painting challenge at TotalCon, he needs to have his biddy done early. So, because it does get handled, putting it, where it's going to be and things. And I think last time I accidentally might have wiped off some of the paint, which I really felt bad about. Okay, so this is this was the picture after showing that. I've already shown these on thing, but I don't think they showed up in our. So, after they dry a bit, plus also, you should have them fully dry so that they are not as shiny. That's a good point. These came out great, though. And the non-metal metallic, look at that. Look, that's so sweet. Oh, that's so nice. All right, so I'm going to zip back up. Now, I usually go to the small ones, the terrain talk. Somebody put some terrain in terrain. Working on some Necromunda scenery. But yes, don't forget this channel exists. So if you make any terrain for your minis to sit on or whatever, please feel free to post in there. 3D Patels use base for Necromunda buildings. Necromundas they have some of the friggin' prettiest minis, I'll tell you. I love Necromunda. I don't even own any, but I love the minis, and I really at some point hope to get some. I've seen those but never liked it, so thinking about newish from Protocol. So yeah, I've never worked with it, but I know it's pretty good, and Pro Acryl is really great paints. I mean, I do a lot of Reaper paints here, but I'm not against the other brands. I actually have a lot of Too Thin Coats. I have some Turbodorks. I do have I have a bunch of Pro Acryls. I do have Games Workshop because they are good for painting the armies. Because let's face it, that's what they're made for. Anyone doing metallic using many colors and think about colors on the main figure that might be reflecting in the metal? Yes. I got dogged on that on my first entry for our little 4-person painting contest. That's why I lost. because I didn't have the reflections like you did on the metal sword. I went back later and I added them. Because where the sword of the genie came down right behind his head, there should have been some of the green from the turban I did on that. But those are cool. Priming the blast doors. Blast doors! They kind of got a Star Wars-y vibe to those. Alright, I'll go, let's see, 3D printing. So, let's see. What was my bad last stream? It was last week, right? So, the last stream, today's the 20th, so it was the 13th. Okay, so I need help assembling him. I think this goes along with his, wow. I can't remember the name of the freaking, the Gaunts. The Termagants and Hormagaunts. Like, okay, this is ridiculous. He's making a Hormagaunt, like full-size Hormagaunt for our con. That's just friggin' obnoxiously huge. Tyranids. I think this is a part of the Tyranid thing. It's got that chitinous armor. Paints and blasts, okay. So Baldy printed those blast doors for the Necronomicon. Cool. It looked nice too. So Lauren wants some of those pencil caps from Simply Make Toys. Those are really cool. Alright, so I'm going to go to the art gallery. I'm doing all the small things. So this was from Alley Cat. I'll share other things. I mean, I like stuff that goes in the art gallery. So, yes, if you do other forms of art that are not mini painting, please share in the art gallery. So Alley Cat's been doing some commissions for dog and cat portraits. That came out beautiful. Wow, Alley Cat. Whoops. I've had one shot, and you think I've had about 5. No, by the way, I don't work with oils either, so it's okay. This is not, if you're interested in, there's two, Night Whisper's a person to talk to, but also James Wapple is a person to talk to because he does all his stuff in oils. I like things that dry faster, so I don't work in oils either. And I have no intention on doing so. That's a really great picture. Is the portrait house trained? I know! It's so friggin' realistic. And I just want to, oh my god, I just want to hug and pet. I want to be pets. Look at that happy boy. Yeah, it's a friggin' painting. Alley Cat is one of the more, I love all you guys who post work. But Alley Cat, I gotta say, for someone who I don't think mini painting was her first love, but clearly she's got her artistic skills. Alley Cat is one of the more formidable painters and somebody I think legit challenges me. I mean, she beat me in the last painting thing we did. Alright, let's go to work in progress. Okay, so this was... Oh, wait. I gotta look it up because it kills the names on streamer mode. So I do like to actually look up and get the names. Alright, I gotta go to my thing. Get off the vampire server. What I'm doing? I'm in work in progress. Oh, Dingleberry. I don't remember who Dingleberry is. I think it went to me in the Bride Brush. They barely look black anymore. I think I get what he's saying. So when you have black, you want to portray black, you still want your miniatures to mostly be black. I think they still look black in spite of what they say. The highlights on the top would be fairly gray. I don't think this looks bad. I think it still reads enough as black. But the one thing, the key to having black look black, is you want to keep your highlights small. That looks dark. Creamy blue. Maybe it is. Stream, yeah. Degree in illustration. I want to see the process. Maybe you should record some stuff. Alley Cat, you do what you want to do. You could be. I mean, streaming is fun. I won't deny it. Streaming is a lot of fun. But you gotta really be okay working in front of no. I mean, granted, streaming is not so bad, but I do know people are watching. You don't see them like you do, like if you're on stage or something like that. But no, I think those look good. I mean, you might be right, but I still think I pick up a lot of black because everything down below the neck is pretty much black. But it's like you can almost pick up where the highlights should be, like little white highlights. The blacker something is, like the shinier it is, the more the lighter highlights and the stronger contrast you want to go, and the smaller the highlights are. I mean, that's it. It's fair. Not everybody's comfortable either. So, you're probably fine. Just, I find that to do streaming, it's just be yourself. I'm really just what you see here is what you get. I do like to chat though, and I am a good talker. I probably talk too much. Okay, so Alley Cat, here is the next Barhammer entry for Night Whisper. I think it's a good choice for a Barhammer pick thing. I think it will stand out. I think it will. I love the yellowish masks. That looks cool. Now, I do have a question for you, Night Whisper. This is not necessarily a knock or anything. This is a question. So you've got the masks. They're all yellow. Why did you go into pink? Like, it feels like it needs more transition between the yellow and the pink to make sense, but I would feel like you need some of the yellow highlights from the masks themselves into the smoke. That, I mean, granted, it's a work in progress, so there's a lot more to go. But I feel like it needs some of that color in the rest of it, rather than just going to this pink thing, which doesn't relate to them. Or you gotta put some pink into, or maybe both, put some pink into them as well as some yellow into the smoke. But I think it's a cool concept. I love, of course, purple and pinks. I mean, come on. This is going to be amazing when it's done. Oh, let's see. Can I comment? Yes, you can comment on people's pictures. Just keep it positive. Keep it nice. Constructive criticism. Now, the way I view it is I give constructive criticism, but you don't have to take it. You don't have to believe it. You are your own artist. You get to do what you want to do. But I always like put suggestions out there from a place of love, and that that we're all striving to get better. I'm striving to get better. That gold medal, I'm not going to rest on my gold medal. I'm going to keep getting better. I do not feel like I'm still there yet. It was a low gold, by the way. I got a 3 in there. I got 2 4s and a 3 from my judging. So it is not a high gold. There's only 2 golds in ReaperCon. There's low and medium. There's low and gold. So I'm not there yet. I haven't hit that, and I don't want to ever be there. I don't want to find my high point. I'm afraid that friggin' frost giant could be, and I don't want it to be. I want to keep getting better. So that's possible. That's also why I went hard mode on this piece. Radiant Magenta, I like this color transition. Yeah, so I am perfectly happy. People can absolutely comment on each other's work. Just keep it kind, and that's all I ask. All right, and you can even do so in the Discord, please. Give people feedback. And as I said, you don't have to take it, but we will put suggestions out there. I like it though. It's a good start. I know you get a lot. Must smoke away from the mess. Yeah, I know it's still a great primer. Reaver just moved their warehouse to the Netherlands just for Baldy. They probably did. Yeah, I can't wait to see where this goes either, and I'm almost afraid. I might be at the next Barhammer. I don't know what I'm bringing for it, if anything. Smart Goblin, who posts a lot, he does a lot of minis. Now, he does a lot of fast paints and tabletop level stuff, which is great, because he actually is a very busy person, and he does Pathfinder Society. He is one of the upper-ups in the Pathfinder, in the actual play organization. So He does a lot of games. He has to paint a lot of minis for them, so he does a lot of quick paints. But his biggest strength is kit bashing. He absolutely kit bashes a lot of his stuff. So, him doing anything fun. I have painted her, by the way. I really like the powder monkey from Reaper. I love the Furbolg. I think thought that got done. There's the halfling band for fun. That seems like smart Goblin. Did prep work for a Scaretober Halloween. A pumpkin. By the way, all your scary Halloween things absolutely can go into the monthly challenge. Naturally. A pumpkin goblin rider 3D print and 3 stitch golems from Reaper. I love the little stitch golems. I have this big one. I've painted him. I loved painting that thing. You get the patches. You can do so many fun things on. And that is that Baldy? You there? You should bring some of your orcs. Wait, what? Hold on. Where should I bring them? Gamer DJ, by the way. Gamer DJ, who is our Gamer DJ. On the week I can friggin' make it, you don't want to drive back here. Come on, man. I'm so bummed out. Barhammer. Well, I'd have to paint them. My thing with Barhammer is I want to paint them in between the last Barhammer and this Barhammer. And right now my focus is on the giant. So, maybe tonight. Maybe I'll work on it tonight. I don't know. It can't be helped. I know. Well, I'm really... Ways it could. I could come and pick you up and drag you here to run Dragonlance. Is everything okay, by the way? Is everything all good and kosher on your end? I'm really sad, but that's okay. I think I mentioned I'll be able to make this primary. I have to go. Yeah, that's right. But I might be able to make it because normally, like, we were running one of our group vampire thing, our little coterie. We were running it on the same weekend. The same Tuesday as Barhammer. So that's why I didn't go to the last one. Okay, let's see. First, see if they add different payment options in the near future thanks to the... hold on. Now I'm gonna, look and see what this was. I'm from Belgium, so it's not hard hassle to work something out. Oh, you're talking to Baldy about working something out. Painting at a bar, so to speak. Wait, what? What do you mean painting at a bar? Oh, yeah. Well, we do some painting there, but it's a little dark, so it's really hard to actually see. Painting bites. Okay, so I already did that. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think you have a green in there that they don't have, but I said I like the green you've got. Let's go back to actually this and we can discuss. I actually really like this green. Yeah, by the way, Gamer DJ, look at Skaven. He's a big fan of Skaven. I think Gamer DJ has the Skaven. He has the Skaven box set. I think the thing that's really nice about this, I like the textures you're building into the fur and the shield. I assume there's more to go on the shield, that just basically primed and maybe get a base coat in there. But I really do like the green and blue. I actually kind of like it more than just what they have here. So they went back and they put this bluish green color in there. I like it. The interesting on this one, it's got like the little I'm going to comment on the friggin' pic. So... Kill stupid humans need to die. Warhammer's local event for some of us. The local tap room closes for a night for people to play Warhammer Battletech, and they have painting mini contest too. Yeah, it's like 10 people, 10 of us enter, and everyone there votes on it. So you got to paint for the votes. Alley Cat won. I don't know what happened last month because I was busy. Was it August? Or was that? I was busy. I played Vampire the month that where coincided. But I can probably make the next one now. Yes, you could buy their beer, or actually, I actually buy cider there because I don't really like beer, and the cider is, oh my god, magnifique. It's so good. It is, well, it is a teal. It is definitely a teal. The color is a teal, and you definitely have like you're going towards the teal greens and blues. So, well, like yours is just like you start with a more blue. I think theirs is all basically the same color, but I actually really like the blue to green. Let's see. Let's go to the finished stuff. Now, where it's only been a week, so I don't have like tons of stuff like I do when I have like a bunch of, weeks off. Okay, so this was Guinevere from King and Death on stream. Now, we had some chat about this. Okay, so you did make a little bit more yellow. And you did actually add the little shadow underneath where where the light would not show up down here on the base, because there would be definitely a little hole in the light from where the base is blocking it. Yes, excellent. I still think it looks a little green, but I mean, that could be the photo. I think it's a little less green in reality. And she's a phenomenal piece. Beautiful. I love her hair. Like what you did with the hair. Oh, I love the hair. And I love the blue-green, the blue-green cloth around her waist. And I love that color. It goes so lovely with their skin tones. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up. I'll repost it. It's on there. It's in their Discord, and I follow their Discord, so I will try to remember to post it up. If I'm free, I will definitely try to pop on. I will see if I can. Maybe I'll try to paint something for it. It's not like I don't have a crap ton of stuff to paint. And I've been using it as an excuse to knock off some of my orcs. But beautiful, beautiful job on her. I think she came out. Whoops. I was through looking at all the pictures. Metal metallics are good too. I love her. She came out great. Finished the goblin for PFS and Mousling Hunter. Okay, so Autumn Mousling Hunter. Remember this? So this is the goblin. Goblin Warlock, or oh shit, it's not Warlock in PFS. I forget what they call it. There is. Oh, I mean, I feel like I'm blessed with riches. And actually, I don't post a lot of my stuff. I want this server to be for you guys, and not just a thing for me. So Autumn Mousling. I love the color scheme on this. And even like the mousling is autumny browns and such. Very harvesty color scheme. I love the mouselings. I really do. Silver Samurai. This is Black Skull. Silver Samurai from Marvin Yed. Black Skull's been doing a lot. Does a lot of this comic type stuff. Does it in a comic style. I think a great one to look at. Boy, look, this would go with Earth, Sky, kind of non-metal metallic feel. Oh no, maybe the Earth is not missing, but beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But definitely all the dark lining, everything. That is gorgeous. I get to meet Black Skull at ReaperCon. Nanny says, consider training me because they're about. It's a mini. I'll go with a mini. You can't really put more minis on there, so this is a mini. I always love magical huts that walk around. That walk around. Actually, this is clearly it's a hut on something. It's not the chicken leg, so it's not Baba Yaga's. All right. So my favorite thing right off the bat on this piece. Are you still in chat? Nana. And Nana is different in this chat by a little bit. But Nana is really, really friggin' nice. This is great. I love this. I love how rustic this looks. I love all the different texture and thing you put into that blue, and the fact that the blue paint, I love how it goes into the wood. the swampy look. I mean, this is really cool. It does. It looks like this poor thing has been so abused. Nice. So now, if those are indeed two torches, I might have. So, as I said, all feedback is to be taken with a grain of salt. The one thing I might have done was add a little OSL where those torches might have illuminated that gable. But this thing is amazing. I mean, with all it, like, it's one of those things that when you first like, okay, it's cool, and then when you start really digging in, and you look at all the colors and the way they're placed, everything. Oh my lord, it's amazing. Here's the front. It is like a Baba Yaga, for sure, because I think that's probably Baba Yaga. Also, you don't have to do OSL. That's not a law. Yeah, exactly. The blue paint dripping over the wood is an awesome detail in the green. The base also sells really well, and that miniature in the front. I know. I'm looking at Baba Yaga. Oh my god, that's so cool. I like the greens and such, and the colors that were put into even the blue, and the texture, and like the effect of like peeling paint coming off of this. The whole thing is just that's really really cool. Like, we like the name is on the front. That's gorgeous. Love it. By the way, I usually do purple hearts, so I won't necessarily get to all of them, but yeah, what the hell. Everybody knows I do see. Oh. I think I missed this one. No, wait, this was from last week. Alright, so. Because he had the sharks. He did the sharks. I think that is everything for this week in terms of show and tell. So yes, make sure you say hello to our new people. Guys, this window is still open. Shut that off. What time is it? All right, it's 2:33. Oh, you guys do amazing work. Keep posting. Keep letting us see what you're doing. As for me, I did finish. I'm gonna go grab it. So I finished one of the ducks. Now I actually have to print some more ducks, and these are the rewards for the Ow! Okay, so I stubbed my toe and I might have broke it. I'm not sure. It's really, really friggin' bruised. It doesn't hurt as bad as when I broke it, but I just friggin' caught it. Ow, ow, ow. Eh. I don't have a lot of room here. I got too many minis. What did I do with it? Where did I put the duck? Okay, there it is. So I think this duck is going to Tabletop GM for life. Because the duck that has like everybody's picks, that is going to go to Do Cool. So, but because I really kind of have to be home to do the one that everyone picked because I have the list here, I brought this away. So here's the duck I painted, and this is going to Tabletop GM for life. And then I have I'm gonna have 4 more on top of these 2. But I'm very happy with how it came out. It's very Emperor's Children. There's no such thing as too many minis. No, don't call an ambulance. Yes, I know, Gamer DJ. I stubbed my toe in the bathroom on Monday. And I didn't even do it that hard, but it looks bruised. It's not as painful as it was when I actually broke my toe. I love the ducks. I want to paint some of these for me. And Gamer DJ, because I know how much you like them, I am going to paint you at some point when I have time. And I want to do the Necron duck for you. Just because. You'll appreciate it. But I love these guys. This has got the whole base on it. So I painted the water. It's coming out of the water onto land. But I'm really happy with that. But I do get to print more. I had some issues the last time I tried to print them. I do get to fire up my printer. Maybe I could work on that today. I want to set up a thing. I might actually want to buy. Oh, you know what? I do not buy from him, but I want to get the STLs for the noise marines because they actually have duck noise marines on there. Thankfully, I caught you. The you turning out before I hit set. Wait, what? Oh. Night Whisperer. Well, that's cool. They make a Wolf Marine, Space Marine, and a Raven Space Marine, and a Salamander Space Marine. I don't know. So, oh my God, it's another follower. Hello, Rain in the Dark. Welcome to the tavern. I don't know why y'all found me today. It's funny because I don't usually get this like 4 followers in one day. I'm a fairly small streamer. Hi, my name is Mrs. Touch. My real name is Carol. I've been painting minis forever. I did have a break in there somewhere. And I love doing it. Love sharing this hobby with others and keeping people invested or getting people invested into it. Because I think it's one of the best things you can do for yourself. Like even Gamer DJ, he paints minis. He paints a lot of Space Marine type things or Necrons, and he does a really nice job at it. I wish he would share. Oh, well, if you followed me first and you were a painter, I follow you back. That's like a guarantee. Usually it's like you have to poke me first before I follow back. But that's it. I appreciate it. I love seeing people's work. And you all inspire me as much as I try to inspire everyone else. Yeah, but you do occasionally paint, and when you do, it comes out really nice, Gamer DJ. You're a good painter. Rain in the Dark. Do you actually? That's a good question. Do you stream? Let's see if I can get it to work. Sometimes it's been a little funky on the following. Oh, I did it wrong. I hit the wrong button. Let's try that again. Let's see if this works. There we go. I don't know why that didn't work, Paulie. I mean, I haven't seen that it's open. Anyone can shout out anyone. And you can shout out yourselves. So, Rain and Dark, do you stream? So this is what I'm working on. Let me get her back in focus. So, I have overtime today. I can go however late. There is a channel point reward for, I forget how many, but I will go 15 minutes of overtime. So far, we're at a half hour. Because Sally, Gamer DJ, does not want to come back and run game. And I don't blame him. I only have cool people. But if you are not a cool person and you start shit on my Discord, I absolutely will kick you out. So I have my rules for being a part of my community and my herd are basically that's a vampire thing. Are basically very simple. Be nice to each other. That's it. Just be nice. You know. If you have like not suitable for work stuff, post it in the channels that are not suitable for work. Even if it's not, even if like I don't have something appropriate. But if the memes one is, I think the memes and jokes is definitely done as you can post not suitable and SFW stuff in there. And I do have a minis ones in case your minis are naughty. So. I have, so like my cameras, I have a, by the way, just so I have a, what do I have? I've got a Razer Kiyo camera. I got 2 Razer Kiyo cameras, but honestly, I think a document camera might work better. All right, let's actually do a little more work on my mini. And that means I'm going to actually do a little work at trying to, I I'm going to try to finesse the light side a little more. It definitely needs some more. This poor mini is going to take so much of my paint. I think it's got a lot of the gray in it because it's supposed to be so much brighter than the others. So I'm trying to do like kind of a sunlit effect on this thing. And today I even need to finesse a bit of my dark colors too. So I went and took pictures, and the biggest thing I found was that it seemed more than even like warming it up. It seemed it more was just brighter. I do have some yellows in the highlights. I want to add some water to it. I'm going to have issues with my paints being too wet. Oh, let me move my phone. That's right, I had it there because... Oh, cool. So now I can message Ron Hawkins about the job I'm supposed to do. So, at ReaperCon, my debit card disappeared. Like, poof, gone. I know the people in that community are amazing. So I was like, you know, I am feeling no one actually stole it. If anybody did, it was going to be somebody outside of it. But I wanted to buy a bunch of Reaper stuff from the Reaper booth. And they're like, so I saw Ron Hawkins, and he's like, tell you what, first of all, I really hope you find your card. But I'll give you all the stuff if you paint something for us. I'm like, how is there a lose in this? Oh yeah, I'm so glad for all you new people. It's like a all chatting with you show too. It's cool. So he said, take all the stuff and paint something for us. I'm like, okay. How do I lose this? This is amazing. So he's like, I'll get in touch with you. So I kicked him a friend request on Facebook to make it easier for him to do so. And for me to go to message him and like, hey, I owe you work. And I mean, it's gonna be good work. I wonder what happened. No, I already know what happened if I added yellow to this. It didn't go well. Yeah, don't add yellow to purple. It does not make a good color. But I did put yellow in with the highlight colors. So I'm supposed to do something for him. And so he happened to pop up on my friggin' like friend requests and such. Suggested friends. So I kicked him and invited him. Like, well, then I can I can message him, and he'll know who I am, and I'll be like, listen, what do you want me to do for you? Because I really want to do it now. If I have permission, I'm gonna throw it on stream. If it's some super secret project that they might want to use for box art or whatnot, blame Reaper John for that one. Reaper John actually came up and said, oh, box art? And I'm like, that would be like a dream come true, John. That would be amazing. I don't think it's going to happen. Reaper does have a okay. So as far as this mini is only $12. It is the plastic they use. It is durable. It's definitely now Bones White. Bones White, which was their first attempt at this, was definitely more flexible and like it was friggin' indestructible. This stuff I think is a little more stiff and brittle, but I think we want that. It's probably a little more breakable. Um, but if you notice, I didn't even light prime it, and it's taking the paint now. Bones material, which is what they call it. They it does tend to be hydrophobic. So if your paints are too thin, it can resist. You just keep kind of putting your paint down. You just kind of keep going over it, and it will stick. Eventually, enough of the liquid will evaporate out. It will stick. Is what I've found. I've never had a problem with it sticking. But I really like their models and their bones. The bones black, which is the gray. I mean, by the way, this was one of the things I got at ReaperCon was this mat because I wanted to have it for stream. So this is one of the things that I will be earning by painting for them. So yeah, I want to get rid of some of this. There's a few little like lines in here that I definitely want to get rid of. Maybe I'll take some of this color I mixed. And work it in. It's more gray. And she being a cloud grind, I'm not averse to having a little bit more gray in this mix. But it was a little bit of the gray and some of the violet. Oh, I caught my. I have a thing of paints in here. What else? I got paint all over my desk. And at some point, I gotta fire up my 3D printer. And I go back down here and redo some of that. I wonder what would happen. I bought an airbrush, not really keen, just like I'm using it a lot yet. Well, you know what? Use it for things like, try using it for things like just priming and whatnot, because it's really good for priming. Or putting down a base coat if you don't want to do anything complicated on it. Oh, that might be too much. So to warm it up a little bit, I actually do have a little bit of going to a really thin, almost like glaze consistency. This is actually a little bit yellow. It's a very, very pale yellow. No, get out of there. Get. I want it to be green. I'm going to do a little something at the bottom of this, though. So I'm just kind of glazing it on. It's good. It's not coming out really green, which is nice. Take a little of that rainy gray. See if I can lighten up my little purple mix a little bit. Oh, there's something on my brush. I feel like this needs to be lighter here. Got a lot of fiddling on this thing to get it right. What I don't want is like this line here. I want to have a blend. one of the things I wanted to try. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. So I'm going to take some white. Try putting it on the top. Oh, well, you're going to go for now. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. No, thank you, Bites. I really appreciate you came in like a hurricane. Or like a wrecking ball. Whatever. No, thank you so much for visiting. I hope to see you again. And I'll see you definitely on my channel. I would love to hang out with you again. I do this so I can hang out with people, okay? So, and the only way that works is you gotta come visit me. I'm here. I gotta hit the start button and have you guys all come and say hi. You came in like a wrecking ball. Thank you for visiting. That was fun, and please come back. He made a very impressive entrance. He actually roleplayed it. By the way, make sure you give Bites a follow. Definitely. Alright, so I want to take a little white. I'm doing the Pro Acro white, which is titanium white, which means it won't dry chalky because it's titanium and does not have chalk in it. It's makeup. What time is it, by the way? Hey guys! So just gonna post. You want me to keep going? Technically, my stream ends in like 2 minutes. Because it will be a half hour. Hydrate! What do you mean hydrate? So, overtime is active. If you all got stuff to do and you don't want to hang out with me no more, that's fine. I've got things I can do. But I'm going to do this first, no matter what. So, I'm going to take some white. Might be too much. You tend to get like white highlights. There it is, 15 minutes OT. Woohoo! I keep thinking someday I might want to do like one of those subathons. Tell y'all, save all of your things until that day. Your pings. We should all put Baldy to work when he comes back.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers! Oh, what is this? Wait. Okay, so we got 1, 2. Drink from the shot glass. Well, that's a bad thing. Let's say I have a maximum of 3 redeems, so. Alright. Stretch my shoulder, too. My shoulder I feel like this is the one that was frozen before. And it's been, I mean, it's not like it was. It doesn't hurt like nearly as bad, but it's been bothering me lately. Ooh, we are running out of rum. We have more rum, I believe. I think he bought another thing of it, and I think it's downstairs. All right, and the best shot glass ever. I love this shot glass. This is a redeem if you want to just see the shot glass too. It's the Pirate Bikini Babe. Cheers. I don't know. Well, cheers to this being such an awesome stream today. All right, so let's see. We have 40. Okay, so now I gotta go to 345. I will kill it at 4. Once I'm at 4, I think that's gonna be it, but we'll see. Who knows? I may want to keep going. I just keep working on it, which is great. So cheers. Boobs. Oh, that's right, boobs. Yeah, because it's got boobs. Fine, I'll drink in a show. Boobs. Pirate boobs. Pirate bikini boobs. Ooh. There we go. Best shot glass ever. That's why this challenge exists. My biggest comps for today, besides going to breakfast with my wife, I applied the less is more theory of painting and stopped working on Cloak from Marvel United. It's dark, minimalist piece with small but effective highlights. So it's shiny. Shiny? Good for you. All right. I'm putting on some very thin white. But I'm going to go over that. Because that needs to be blended in. And I hope I'm not ruining my piece. Everything is like super thin right now. I don't want to go back into I'm totally thinking mode here, but which means I don't talk a lot when I go into thinking mode. Sometimes I have to do some serious thinking on how these work out. Why I say this was a hard color, by the way, is because I'm basically trying to go have some warm things, and it's a purple is a cool shade. And that's why I say this is a challenge. And probably one of the tougher ones I've ever done. No, so seriously, it doesn't sound good. Are you to challenge? Well, hopefully. I hope so. Yeah, that's my problem. It's like, and it does require some serious thinking on this thing to try to pull it off and make it look right. Like, I already had an attempt and it did not actually look good, so this looks better. For sure. Night Whisper does sunlight. It does moonlight on a lot of things. He does it really well, so I was like, I want to try sunlight. But it's really hard on this particular color scheme. This is going to be a godforsaken, awfully time-consuming piece, too. As for being up to it, hopefully. I'm giving it my college, the old college try. That's too much. That's one thing. It's like, that's the thing about this particular. I think, I'm a big proponent. Challenge yourself. Do something you never tried. Even if you're painting it for like a competition, do something you never tried. Try to produce your best work. If you don't want to do that, that's okay. If you want to be tabletop, be tabletop. God knows you're probably smarter than the rest of us who are going for this competition thing. What was that? Oh, John Templar, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Black Skull. Right now, I'm trying to finesse this section. Basically, I'm going to take all this and I'm going to put it on the rest of it if I deem it works. And I think it does work with what I've got going. It's like, I want some white here, but I don't want it to be like super sharp. Pipe, 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 pipe. Pipe! Alright, I'm going to take... So I feel like this here just kind of been an anathema. My husband's going to be like, boy, what happened to you? I feel like my paint is drying on my palette too. I've got a wet palette. Why is it drying? Today has been just, God, it's been an amazing stream. Like, this doesn't usually happen. That I get a bunch of people who I've never seen before pop on. Usually it's all my usual people. But that's fine. I'm thrilled. See that little bit there. I want to fill in this little area here. I don't want it down here. So what are people working on today? I actually haven't even had time to ask that question. I'm working on the blast doors and the Necromunda tiles. Wondering if selling painted minis and EB is worth it. I don't know. Tell me. Do it. Tell me if there it is. I don't know how often I do my whole business model is I just do commissions. I don't do I don't auction my minis off. If I paint them for me, I'm painting them for me. So I'm definitely not the person to ask. I'm just looking at it. Sure. I think that works. I'm thinking about when I retire someday. Because I will retire someday. About doing a Patreon. I want to know if people are interested in maybe getting painted minis for me.
I'd be interested to know if that's a thing. I'm randomly kit bashing a Maid Marine Heavy Artillery Desert Division. Oh, awesome. Um, I kind of want to do someday have tiers where people can basically pick off like one of a few minis that they like. My problem is right now I just don't think I have time to do it. But something I'd like to do. And I don't know if people would be interested in that. So basically, like I set up tiers. You have a monster tier, hero tier, whatnot. And basically, you pick off minis based off of what your preference is. If you want monsters, it can do monster. Maybe it won't be once a month, and maybe once every 2 months. But I have to be sure I can actually do it, and I have enough trouble getting time to do the stuff I need to do. So that's why I haven't delved into this. I keep saying once I catch up on my Twitch rewards, maybe I can look into it. But if people are interested in something like that, seeing something like that from me someday, please reach out and let me know. It's the only way to know whether or not it's worth trying. With something like this, I do need to know if it's worth trying. And they will not be like this quality. I can't spend 60 hours on a. They will be tabletop quality. But they will be my tabletop quality. Trying again, because I'm not really thrilled with this. This is being difficult. I like it though. I do like this. I think actually it is coming out the way I'm hoping for. Alley Cat, make sure you put some pictures up of this. This sounds magnificent, by the way. All right. Another thing, take your glasses off if you get fuzzy vision to get an idea of just what the colors look like. So hey, fun tip I learned this week at work. So I had a job. This thing was so awful. We're gonna hope that I don't get it back with an RA attack or DMR, which means they caught something in process they didn't like. So I had a job that basically the colors that it was supposed to print, I pulled up an old job, put it on one of our digital printers. The colors were supposed to print, it didn't print. So I mean I have to rematch the color. I don't know what happened there. It shouldn't have. It should have printed the way it always has on those machines. Because same machine, same file. Actually, the only thing I did make one adjustment. I made it to the size that they were laying it out as. But it's a gray. It's like a really light gray. And I tried to fucking match that damn thing. And the guy who works with color all day long in the silkscreen department basically said, yeah, that's a hard one to really look at. He goes, we have problems with this all the time. So he goes, I get your pain. So eventually I picked something out that I hope is right. I've buried all the evidence, and I hope to hell it looks close enough that it theoretically should. I see color pretty well. Well, sure, I'm still in the trying to figure out what bits to use for what stage. No pressure. Share it when it's done. I love the idea of it, though. Alright. I guess I could go on to another section. I started doing the hands. Alright, let's see. Let me grab my phone. Look at my notifications just because. I will make sure I reach out to Ron Hawkins very soon about this. Because I don't know. He tends to get so busy with Reaper stuff that I kind of understand why I may not hear from him for a while. So I'm going to reach out to him and say, what do you want, yo? And unless it's something super secret, what's too bad is that Creator Poke Games, which is where I'm having my paint day tomorrow, they're actually doing a RPG day today. Okay, let me go back to my photo. In the sun. I think it's pretty good in terms of. So I basically took the Paint and Mini that I had with all the highlights and shadows and I put it in the sun and took a picture of it. And the sun is coming from this way. So that's why I have her angled. So I think I'll work on the hands. Now I started working on the hands. But I want to work more on the hands. Because I'm not happy with the hands at all. I think I'm pretty happy with this. And I think it'll make even more sense when I do the whole thing that way. Right now, it doesn't make a lot of sense, I think, because the rest of it's not the same. Okay, so look at this. I'm just going to cover this with this yellowish. I took some yellow, mixed it with white. Okay, so the stuff back here is definitely not as dark. And here is super dark. And then all the recesses. I don't know, maybe it's a very itsy. Very cool. I was gonna ask if you start over as yes. I did sort of start over. I did not like so basically last Monday, I tried just adding kind of yellow to warm it up, but it turned it green and it was too green. I did not like it. So I basically went over the whole thing, redid highlights and shadows quickly. And then I brought it outside and did a photo in the sun. So that's why I've got what I've got now. I'm going to shape that back around. So that's what I go at now. And like on Wednesday's stream, I did the light part. I did this part of this leg. And then I just did the dark part. And I'm going to be interested to see what happens. I'm hoping that when I do the rest of it, and I put these colors in the rest of it, that I will, that it will end up showing the effect I want. So right now it's a little weird because this is the only part I've done. And now I'm starting to work on this hand. And what I did was that I took this picture. I took a couple pictures. I did actually turn it to get a bit of, try to get a bit of, I didn't turn it enough. To try to get a bit of the arm too. I don't know why I didn't turn it more. And this is where I left off too. So I wanted, today the focus was going to be on the dark part of the leg. So I highlighted it, but I'm keeping it dark, relatively dark. I keep wondering if I should actually lighten it a little more. But it is in shadow. So, and if I look at her thing in shadow, it is actually fairly dark. So basically I have a color where I mixed sky shadow with carbon gray. Who knows? Did you want to do that? So now I'm figuring out how to I started with the highlight, but that's not usually how I start either. I'm going to take... Oh, question. When somebody says she's a color peach, what color is it? The generation for me now when somebody like Power Palette tells me use a color. My reference photo is just no shadow. It's available just by the reference color. But the oils, I have no idea. So peach to me is like Caucasian skin, like a Caucasian skin tone. It's... Peach is one of those colors. So it's definitely an orange. It's an orange pink. I think is the best way to describe it. It's a very pale orange, but it's definitely towards the red side of the color. Yeah, pinky orange. It's definitely towards more the red side than the yellow side of the color wheel. So it's a pinky. That's a good way to describe it. It's a pinky orange. It really is. Caucasians are considered kind of peach. If you want to look at the emote for peach on your phone, which I assume means butt. I want some more of the rainy gray mixed with that ghoul violet. I'm here to answer all sorts of questions. So is chat. See, I'm trying to do all this. And my phone, with that photo, all this is definitely more highlighted in the sun. That's still kind of. This is the thing I don't want to. So now I'm going to my other colors that I've done. Okay, so. Let's see. So now, as I said, I started doing this. I did it with the brightest color first, but reality. I should do it with the mid-tone first. It's a little bit of that yellow. My husband's gonna be like, "What the fuck? Why are you still streaming?" What time is it? 3:36. Okay, so I got 15 minutes. Maybe I'll call it a 4. I hear him working though outside. Just putting a little yellow And I'm going to try. Blend this in a little more. Oh, well, whoa, I'm way off stream. I'm way off camera. I use inks all the time. Rain. Oh, wait, let's go back to rain. How do you feel about using inks, washes, just running out of cool? Okay, so my feeling is this. My feeling. Everyone else, by the way, feel free to chime in. Multiple opinions is good when it comes to this hobby. So my feeling is this. I will use them on tabletop models, but I will not use them on competition models. They tend to front on that sort of thing. But I think for they work. Do I have anything here? That's... I did use a little, but it's not real noticeable. I did use a little bit on this of like Recklin Flesh Shade, but really I should probably use a little more in these recesses. But I definitely used it on this. I used it on the thing here. I say, yeah, go for it. Go for it unless you're trying to compete in something like a Golden Demon or a Reaper MSP or something like that. Otherwise, there's no reason to not use them. Use them. They work great. They work they add a shadow quickly, and that's, kind of what you want to do. If you're looking for competition, then work on layers. Work on layering up from dark to light. That's what I'm doing in kind of these areas here. I'm trying to go from dark to light. And smooth blends and such. Learn how light works. That's my advice on like something like this. My light's coming from this way. So like things like this, would be more in shadow. I'm sort of adding a little bit of gray almost this because it is a card giant. I want a little bit of gray in here. Oh, I think this is going to be too much. How do I accentuate her muscles? Wow, I didn't expect that to be so dark. I started doing this because I was looking for... I realized I wanted to actually... define some of these a little better. These recesses. No idea I was so far off camera. Now, what do I think? Come on, you're not dry yet. My poor palette, I think, is starting to dry out. I just replaced the paper too. It adds a little bit of white, maybe a little yellow. There we go. Well, I always dilute my paints with acrylic thinner and add a bit of matte medium. It's my own mix, but I also like to use inks mainly for airbrushing. But sometimes also, wow, there's a lot. And I was baldy. God, that's not whisper. But sometimes also for adding to the paints, washes I use not that much anymore. But when I started painting, no, so long ago in the 90s, that's a long time ago, baldy. I used them on all my minis, but then I did not know what layering glazing is. Yeah, exactly. I didn't either. So, Rain, do what you want. Absolutely do what you want, feel comfortable with, and what works for you. That's my biggest advice. Use what works. I mean, take what we all say, but find what your path. So if you like to use washes, sure. If you don't like to use washes, there's nothing wrong with that. I said, I don't on my competition stuff, but I will absolutely use washes on like tabletop level stuff, which tends to be my commission work. You want a display level mini painted by me, you're gonna pay for it. And a lot. I don't recommend that route. Because I look how long. I mean, I granted I did some chat time today, but I mean, this basically has taken 5, 4, 5, 6 streams so far, and I'm still on the skin. And I'm 2 shots in. Thanks, friggin' Night Whisper. I do feel it. Okay, let's see. Whoops, that's not the right brush. I'm using little brushes for this. I love questions too. Love to see questions posted. So thank you so much for your question. Oh my god, yeah, my web palette's starting to dry. It's a new piece of paper, so that's probably why. So usually, like, you have to soak them a little bit. My thing with my painting is I'm big into blending. How much time do we to put into it? What do you? All right, so there's various ways I can answer that. To the hobby, to this piece, to what do you mean? Um, the hobby. Although right now, because of my full time job, I haven't done as much as I have been. Because usually what I do is I'll paint every day on my breaks. Um, but because of things the way they are, I haven't actually done that yet. I've pulled back a little bit from that. I do need to get back to that. But otherwise, I paint Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays on the stream. I do paint bi-weekly Thursdays at Creative Pulp Games on Thursday nights from 6 until whenever. They close at midnight, so you can go till midnight. And then I paint on Sundays from 1 to 5, oh, twice a month at both Creative Pulp Games and Toy Soldier. Toy Soldier, by the way, some exciting news. They actually have opened up a new space up above them. They got possession of that, and they just started running events. It's really cool. Hopefully, we're going to be in there, I hope, with more space, because I think we really need more space for our little painting gang. I'm really excited. It also looks like the lighting up there is pretty nice. So I'm hoping that we are upstairs in that painting space. Let the kids in their D&D be downstairs, or let the even the adults in their D&D be down, where they always are. I want to be upstairs. Yeah, it's the bigger brush. Maybe I shouldn't have used the bigger brush. What time is it, by the way? 3:52. Okay, so I said I would go to 4. Enough of you for enough channel points of 1. I'm going to 4 o'clock, and after that, that's it. Please no more overtime, so why not? Actually, I don't think I want to use this color here. I'm like using this lighter color, but in reality, it should be one of the darker colors. You know what it is? I think I've made a mistake. Sort of made a mistake. That still looks okay. I think I'm using it from the carbon gray pile that didn't have any of the sky shadow mixed in. Ooh. Alright, so I think we'll grab a little tiny bit more. Oh, fuck it. I need a little. I want to do something dark. The next time on Paint a Hero Tavern, I will be working on other body parts, probably the other legs on Monday. This had main character vibes, but I'm not sure about this. What's the main character here? Game show host? '70s something or other. Yeah. Alright, I'm blending this little line I put in. Alright. Now I'm going to put it there and I'm going to look at it. That's not bad. Spread that out a little and add a little. See if I can hint a white in there. White's not coming out. Q. Saturday's been kind of exciting lately because I had Jeff Davis pop in last week. All right, that's better. Maybe a little too bright. So I'm gonna put a little bit of that gray color I mixed. I'm going to finish this hand. I need to make some time to work on my. If you need some more, yes, you do. I got most stuff I worked on since April, May. Yeah, I know. Yes, you do. I'm gonna beat you all to it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna beat you all to finishing this. Now that is not the point of this, is to be the fastest. But I think I got. Did I? Shit. Did I finish mine first last year when we're all doing it in friggin' January? I don't think so. Somebody else got it done first. I know Mr. Shaw got it done the last, I think. He got it done at the con. I'm pretty sure Deltep was working at the con. Maybe I did get it done first. And we're not talking much before the con, so. Still trying to get this hand right. Out of there. I think that's not a bad place to stop for the night. It is now 4. It is now time to go raiding. Maybe go raid Jimmy the Brush. Also Luna Bacon. Oh no, fuck it. I'm gonna go raid Lotus K. Oh, there's also Painty Paint. Who else is on with Painty Paint? Waiting Roses and Smiling Beagle. Maybe we'll do Painty Paints. I mean, I don't get the chance to raid them very often. I love Lotus K too. I don't know. Where do you want me to go? I hate actually asking this. Should I go to Lotus K or should I go to Painty Paints? Oh, God. I definitely need to get off the stream, relax for a little bit. No, thank you guys. So, where should I go? Anybody have a preference? Or have I got to decide between two good friends of mine? We're all friends. So I think I like this. I think it gets the effect I want. It definitely looks like it's lit. I don't know, do people think it looks like it's lit? Next time on, I'll be working on other body parts and carrying this through the whole thing. No preference. That's not fair. Oh, how can you make me want to pick? Actually, maybe I'll just go to Lotus K. She's streaming by herself, I think. So, some point I'll get to Painty Paints. I met them at ReaperCon. They're lovely people. Go watch them too. And they do drop by my stream. I know Painty Paints. Painty is awesome. Painty was really fun. But Painty's also got 2 people on there. So we'll go to Lotus. Lotus K was a student of mine at Nova last year. They both really support this stream, so let's go to Lotus. Let's all go to Lotus. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. This was a phenomenal stream. Thanks for all the follows. Thanks for the subs. Holy crap, I had both. I don't think I got a raid. All right, so I'll be back on Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be on Murder Hoboing tomorrow night. That is a D&D stream that I do on YouTube. It's under the Murder Hoboing channel. That's at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, but all the episodes are there. They're only 2-hour, not like the Critical Role 4 or 5-hour streams. They are 2-hour streams, and you can catch up. It'd take a while, but you can catch up. And it is the Crusades of the Azure Atoll, where I play a pirate and wear that hat, actually. And I think that's everything to announce. I know September I'm relatively here until October, and then 2 weeks I'll actually be in Florida to play in a LARP and such. So, all right, until next time, our paths cross at the Painted Hero Tavern. Thank you so much for being here. I just provide stream. You guys all get to hang out. Thank you so much, and hope life is grand, and happy painting. I don't think I made it.